slightly terrified.
All right, we are live on YouTube. We're just about to go live on radio, so give us a few seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. You are listening to the Mustang Informative with your hosts, DJ Husky.
And DJ Sawyer.
We've got a great show. We've got a lot of news to go over, a lot of off-campus and on-campus news. So be sure to stay tuned in and hear all the latest. First, before we get into that, we're going to go ahead and get into the weather and verse of the day. So here on the 8th of October, it is 72 degrees Fahrenheit here in Conway.
Amen.
For all the German savages across the pond, that's 22 degrees Celsius. It's getting cooler. I'm a fan of that change.
I'm excited.
So October is starting to feel a little bit more like October, thank goodness. The humidity right now is still kind of a little bit up there, a little bit up there for my liking at 38%, which isn't bad. It's not as bad as it usually is. So we definitely start feeling that October weather coming in. Hopefully this is a trend and it doesn't launch back up. We got a wind speed today, a easterly wind of 10 miles per hour. Let's see the heat. Doesn't give me a heat index here, so I guess we'll just jump down here. So this afternoon the high will be 75 degrees Fahrenheit, and the low for tonight will be 50 degrees Fahrenheit. So it'll be getting a little chilly. Tomorrow we have a forecast of 78 degrees Fahrenheit. So a little bit up there. It's going to be sunny tomorrow, so it's not totally unsuspected. With a low of 61 degrees Fahrenheit later that night. Thursday, it's going to be jumping back up, supposedly back up to 86 degrees for the high, and it'll go down to 63% Fahrenheit later that Thursday night, and there'll be a 50% chance of thunderstorms, so keep an eye out for that. Keep your eye in the sky, people. Friday, the high will be 73 degrees Fahrenheit, but thunderstorms are likely. We've got a 60% chance of that headed our way, so look out for those. And then it goes back down to 30% later that night, where there is a chance of thunderstorms, but the low will be 44 degrees Fahrenheit. And then the next day, it's supposed to be sunny with a high of 64 degrees Fahrenheit. Once again, that's Saturday. So
It's mostly sweater weather. I'm happy about that.
Mostly sweater weather. I could stand for it to be colder, but I'm a little bit weird. I know a lot of friends who would not appreciate that.
It's not 90 degrees anymore. That's the important part.
I don't sweat by just walking across campus, so that's
Always
nice.
good.
But yeah, that's our weather for the day. We can go ahead and jump into the verse of the day as well. You can go ahead and take this away if you want.
Alrighty, so today's verse of the day is Isaiah 43, chapter 43, verses 11 and 12, and it says, I am the Lord, and besides me there is no Savior. I declared and saved and proclaimed when there was no strange God among you, and you are my witnesses, declares the Lord, and I am God. And that's from the English Standard Version. So
It's kind of it's interesting because we were actually having a conversation in apologetics today about the deity of God. That's part of our homework, and we have to find like arguments for and against. So it's kind of a thing that like if you're trying to use the Bible as like a reference, it definitely says there that the personage of Christ is God. So I think that's enough proof to kind of
there's your proof right there.
So
there's your homework. It's done.
Yeah, I'm done. I don't even have to go to class anymore. All right.
Nope.
But yes. So that's a great verse. Once again, that's Isaiah chapter 43, verses 11 through 12. Moving on to the breaking news segment.
What you got for us today?
So this is international news. This will be off campus. We've got a few things. Trump has made the headline today. So
Well, of course.
this actually just happened recently. Apparently, in the recent impeachment investigation that they're trying, both kind of sides of the aisle kind of struggling or kind of wrangling over this. But Trump has barred the envoy, which is the European Union ambassador, our U.S. European Union ambassador. He has barred him from giving his testimony in this escalating impeachment fight. And it seems like the House Committee chairman has said that they would subpoena the envoy to force him to appear. So tensions are kind of ramping up, getting a little bit more interesting. And once again, they were trying to get him to testify for the president's own dealings with the Ukraine. So going forward, we're going to see how that progresses. Definitely a lot of there's so much news surrounding this particular event. It's kind of hard to understand what's true and what's not. But hopefully by the end of it, we'll have some kind of semblance of what's going on. So
hopefully.
But yeah. So once again, this was reported by the AP News, and they've been following the story closely. So. But aside from that, there's also news across the pond for the United Kingdom. News of any kind of hopes for a deal with the European Union is kind of it's becoming slim for the UK. It looks like they're going to have to go with a no deal, a hard break. So.
Well, Johnson's getting what he wants then.
Yeah, in some context. I think Johnson wanted to try to force the European Union into a deal, but who knows? I'm not that guy. So
I thought he was going for a hard Brexit.
He was saying regardless of what happens, we are leaving on this day. So even if that means a hard Brexit.
Okay.
Britain and the European Union traded ill-tempered barbs Tuesday as the UK said a Brexit deal might be impossible with just over 3 weeks until its scheduled departure from the bloc.
They're leaving the EU on the 31st, right?
I believe so.
Is that their deadline?
I believe so, yes.
Halloween. That's going to be fun.
Yeah, so that's a little bit foreboding. The whole breakdown kind of stems from the fact that the EU wants the UK to agree to let Northern Ireland continue to follow EU customs rules in order to maintain an open border with EU member Ireland, and the UK has taken a hard stance on that, and they said this is not negotiable. So it looks like that basically means that they are going to have to do a hard break in Brexit. So
Poor Northern Ireland.
Keep your prayers on them that at least that transition is going to go smoothly. Sorry, we're having fun.
Mic stands have been interesting today.
We have a great budget here. We have the school definitely cares about us.
Wow.
I hate this job. No, we're glad to be here every day. In other opening news, so the Nobel Prizes are happening today, I believe. So so far there have been 3 to win the Nobel Prize in Physics for work to understand the cosmos. One's a Canadian-American cosmologist and 2 Swiss scientists. They were exploring the evolution of the universe and discovering a new kind of planet with implications for that nagging question, does life exist only on Earth? That will be Canadian-born James Peebles, 84, an emeritus professor at Princeton University. Swiss stargazers Michael Mayer, 77, and Didier Queloz, 53, both of the University of Geneva, were honored for finding an exoplanet, or planet outside our solar system. So
the Swiss are on it, man.
Lots of cool stuff. Lots of interesting finds. And they won a Nobel Prize for it, so I guess it paid off probably.
More than likely.
So that's pretty cool.
As far as campus news goes, we don't have a lot new to report. The Tower Media's Harvest Party proposal competition has since ended. It ended yesterday. We received 8 proposals for entries, and those participants have been entered to win a $10 Chick-fil-A gift card. Voting for the winning proposal will be held on Thursday, October 10th at 3 p.m. by a panel of 3 judges from the school, 2 vice presidents, and I forgot who the third person was, but there are 2 vice presidents on the board this year. But the winner will be announced on the Tower Media's social media pages soon after the judging has ended, and then the winner can come and pick up their prize in Ms. Gardner's office. That's KB 103 in the Cooper Complex. So be looking for that on Thursday, probably sometime around 5. Harvest Party is this Saturday. It's October 12th at 6:30 p.m. It's going to start with the announcing of the ladies in Bruce Hall, and then dinner will be held in the Student Services Complex. And then a live band will start performing in the Story Library at 8:30 after dinner. So it's going to be a fun time. If y'all are going, congratulations. And I hope that y'all have a ton of fun. It sounds like it'll be a really good time this year. Just a reminder for education majors, we mentioned this last week as well, but if you are planning on applying for the education program for the spring semester, you need to pick up an application packet in the education hallway of the Cooper if you have not done so yet, because the deadline for submission is approaching quickly. It is November 1st, so you need to get those picked up and turn those in as soon as possible.
Right. So make sure to pick up those submissions and get those submitted, and also don't forget, take out that special someone to Harvest Party. I think the tickets are actually stopped selling. So
Yeah, they stopped selling yesterday.
If you haven't bought one now, it's too late. You ruined
However,
it. Your relationship is over.
However, if you don't have Harvest Party tickets, there are 2 different games going on this weekend that you can take your significant other to. Husky, why don't you tell us about one of those?
Yeah, so jumping into sports, the Lady Mustang volleyball team was supposed to face the Mississippi University for women Owls tonight at 6 p.m. Sorry, this mic is in the way. But the game has since been canceled due to a scheduling conflict. You know, these things kind of happen. Instead, what's their next game, actually? Let me look that up.
It's right underneath what you were just reading.
Is that really it?
Yeah, that's the next game.
Okay, I thought that was... Okay, sorry.
It's the next home game.
Instead, the volleyball team will face the Missouri Baptist University Spartans on Friday, October 11th at 7 p.m. and as well against the Harris Stowe State University Hornets on Saturday, the following day, October 12th at 1 p.m. Both games will be held in the A.R. Redden Fieldhouse. Be sure to bring your student ID for entry. Once again, those will be the women's volleyball team will be facing the Missouri Baptist University Spartans Friday, October 11th, 7 p.m., and the Harris Stowe State University Hornets Saturday, October 12th at 1 p.m. at the A.R. Redden Fieldhouse. That's a home game, people.
Yes,
you
both
gotta
of
be
those
there.
are home games. And if you're not interested in volleyball, the Lady Mustang and Mustang soccer teams are also competing this weekend. Last week, the Lady Mustang soccer team lost 0-6 against the Missouri Baptist University Spartans. But the Mustang soccer team ended up tying with them 2-2. But both soccer teams will be facing the Columbia College Cougars at the Centennial Soccer Complex on Saturday, October 12th. The ladies' kickoff is at 1, and the men's kickoff is at 3. The soccer complex, once again, is at 5200 John W. Allison Road in Conway. So we got three really awesome games happening this weekend. So if you're not going to Harvest Party, there's still plenty to do to have that school spirit.
Right. And remember, those games will be Saturday, October 12th. Ladies kickoff at 1 p.m. Men's kickoff at 3 p.m. The address of the soccer complex is 5200 John West Allison Road in Conway. So be sure to show up, cheer the team on. However, last week in Dallas, the Mustang and Lady Mustang cross country teams at the University of Dallas, they competed at the University of Dallas Invitational. The Mustangs managed to finish third of 5, and the Lady Mustangs finished second of 2. Both cross-country teams will be competing in Magnolia all day this Friday, October 11th, at the SAU Fall Invitational Meet. We don't have a address for that? We might be able to...
I do not have that address. However, all stats and More detailed information can be found on the athletics
Right.
website, cbcmustangs.com.
Right.
So the
if you go
address
to,
should be on there.
If you go to cbc.edu, click quick links, and there will be an athletics link on that quick links page. Go to that, and it'll have everything from, you can probably see it on the YouTube feed. I have it pulled up right now. Men's sports and women's sports. You can look up everything, what they're doing, what the recent stuff is, and all that scheduling stuff. So you
There's
should check that out. For all the
plenty to do
deets.
this weekend for
Right.
all of that. And there's also actually a wedding going on this weekend. So I know a lot of students are involved in that. So congratulations to Jessica Maneri and Zach and Jake Tyson. Wrong Tyson. My apologies. Jessica and Jake on their wedding this weekend.
Congratulations. All right. Well, I think that's all we have for today.
That's all I got.
I think we're going to go ahead and leave them with a song and add in a song, I believe. And then we'll
we adding a song?
Yes, we have many songs. All of them fantastic. So we're gonna go ahead and create a. Oh my Lord, Disney fanatics! I can't escape. All right. So yesterday, we actually had Disney fanatics. So we're gonna go ahead and get a song ready for you. But before that, we'll do a sign off. Ooh.
You good?
Yeah, I'm just trying to find a song that's not overly long. Anyways, so you guys have been listening to the Mustang Informative. Thanks for tuning in. We're gonna have we're gonna be here same time next week, 12:30, 12:45. I need to change the time because I actually accidentally had it be 20 minutes instead.
Good job.
So we're only supposed to be here for 15 minutes, so that's why we're a little bit over time or under time. But things will be on track next week. We're just kind of getting to the swing of things. Be sure to tune in. Let's see, today's Tuesday. This Friday for the Doghouse, which is going to be the latest gaming news, reviews, and discussion. Got a few cool things that we're going to go over there. I think we might be having a dog fight.
Oh,
So
no.
it'll be pitting two games against each other. Or we might just talk about general news. I don't know. We kind of shoot from the hip on that show. That's what makes it fun. But if you like video games and want to learn more about them, be sure to tune in for that. Once again, that show is from 3:10 to 4:10. So tune in for that. And later that night on Friday, there's also Kate Pop. If you're interested in broadening your musical horizons, she has a lot of popular music from around the world that's just a delight to hear. She really likes her show, and that energy kind of comes through. So be sure to tune in for that. Saturday, Dungeon Dogs, tabletop adventure extraordinaire. It's great.
Woohoo.
Tune in for that if you're interested in D&D or just fantasy adventures and all that stuff. We got a lot of wacky, zany characters in that show. That'll be, and also Kate Pop's show. I forgot to say that'll be from 9 to 11, I believe.
Yeah.
Dungeon Dogs 11 to 1, and then this Sunday we have Living the Truth from 3 to 4. So, and that'll be a Bible study featuring Mr. Media and Brother Dingo. So, and then once again, Mondays, Disney Fanatics, 1 to 2. So,
Alrighty.
actually, they're not even, I think they're Cinemaniacs or something along those lines now. So, it's just general cinema now that they're talking about. So, be sure to tune in to that. That's some new stuff.
Alrighty.
So, yeah, we got a lot of good programs on the show. But thanks for listening to ours if you did. Assuming that if you're listening to this, you did. So, but yeah, this is DJ Sawyer and DJ Husky signing out. Thanks for tuning in. It's been a long day. All right. But yeah.
Ta-da.
Ta-da. Man, I wish iTunes was easy. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and leave you guys with a song. Thanks for tuning in. See you guys later.
A ranger station.
I'd like to report a bear hug.
Okay.
I put out my campfire and Smokey Bear hugged me.
So you drowned the fire, you stirred it, drowned it again, and felt that it was cold?
Uh-huh.
Yep, he's just letting you know you did good.
Bear hug from Smokey Bear. Status update.
I'm gonna let you go now. There are many ways to start a fire, but one sure way to put it out. Learn how you can do your part at SmokeyBear.com.
Sponsored by the U.S. Forest Service Ad Council and your state forester.